Why, hello there everyone, it is Andrew from MAO Magic, and today I have the Misfit Bolt, the first foray into home automation from Misfit, the company famous for wearables such as the Shine and the Flash. So basically this is to compete with Hue, Wemo, and the 80,000 other companies who are making these colorful bulbs for home automation. Now the biggest competitor to this is probably going to be the Hue, so we're going to go a little bit into detail between the two of them. There's a lot of standard features here. They're basically both meant to replace 60-watt bulbs. They both have a standard E26 base, and they both come in millions of colors. This literally just says million. Hue advertises 16 million, so I'm probably going to assume they're pretty much the same. There's not much inside the box other than the bulb, which, by the way, looks pretty stunning, as well as a little quick start manual. So again, let's look a little bit more at the bulb in detail. You have the Misfit logo here on the base itself. It's all made out of aluminum with a standard E26 base on the bottom. It's going to fit pretty much most sockets. It says it's about a 9-watt bulb, and it should replace about a 60-watt normal bulb, and should put out about 800 lumens. You can see the aluminum body, which looks pretty fancy and is meant to dissipate heat, as well as the all-glass top. One thing I noted, after mere minutes, this gets hot as hell. So I don't think that aluminum is really doing its job compared to these Hue, which I can leave on all day and they will barely get warm. So as far as heat wise, definitely goes to the Hue. The Bolt is also Bluetooth LE compared to the Hue, which is using like the Zigbee protocol to talk to a base. So you don't need any base if you're doing it with the Bolt, but you do need that like hub for the Hue. But the Hue allows you to remotely control from home, tie it into the internet, and all these other home automation services. The Bolt is also a lot heavier, probably because it needs those other Bluetooth and wireless protocols to make all that stuff happen. And it's a bit wider, and I'm not sure about the black aluminum, because you can, like, say we put it into our light bulb here, you can see from the outside, you can see the Hue kind of blends in with the silver, but the black, you can pretty much see it through whatever shade you have on, which I think is kind of odd because you can literally see like black inside of your lamp. So I'm not really sure why they went with the color, even if it does look really cool. So you're going to need to download the Misfit Home app if you actually want to control these, because you do need either one of two things. You need either a phone, iPod Touch, an iPad, one of those devices, or flash, like a Misfit flash, and you can set it up using the button on there. So when you hit the button on your flash, you can turn on your lights, which is kind of what Misfit's been kind of building in, is like what makes them different, is they can build it into their wearables. So here you can see Home. This is their app, and it looks really nice. You can control the bulbs. You can see up on the top left hand corner, it is connecting using Bluetooth to our bulb that we have plugged in. You can see all the bulbs on the left, as well as set up different rooms. So you can have bedroom, living room. It says do not use it in a bathroom or any humid or moisture rich place. So keep it out of the bathroom. You can choose two different ways to make scenes, same as you can in Hue, which is either through color, just changing it manually, or you can change it using a photo. So here we just have the straight up color, and you can see all of these 16 or whatever millions of colors you have available, as well as the dimmer on the bottom. This cannot be dimmed using a switch. You must dim it using the app. That is the only way if you'd like to dim this. You have a few different like regular white light sessions. So you have the kind of yellowish warm light or the cool bluer lights. You can also pull this up using a photo called like scenescapes or something along those lines. So if we choose like a fancy wallpaper here, something with a little bit of color, we have a nice little sunset scenescape here, and you can see where that bulb is and what color it is, and you can go around the photo and put a couple different bulbs, and you can kind of jump into these. So use a photo and make a nice pretty image. Now I want to kind of compare light to light the Hue to the Bolt. So at first I did this with the shades off, because the shades are not exactly the same like thickness. So the Hue on the right looks a little bit less bright, but in actuality, even though it is 600 compared to the Bolt's advertised 800, the Hue is significantly brighter. Even on its white setting, it is brighter than the Bolt. And also the colors are significantly more vibrant. The Bolt, even though it's gallery quality lighting, they say all of the tones are very muted. So if you look at the Hue on the right, it can get some vibrant, gorgeous colors as well as some muted colors. It has all of those range compared to the Bolt, which is just the muted ones. And it was a little bit of a letdown. Between the heat, the $50 price tag, and the brightness levels, I have to say I am much more impressed with the Hue over the Bolt. Not only that, but the Hue also allows the remote capabilities, schedules, timers, IFT integration, Jawbone Up integration, compared to the Bolt, which can simply tie into the cheaper $50 flash, which I don't recommend, and that's it. Other than that, I would 100% go for the Hue rather than the Bolt. If you have any questions, be sure to throw up in the comments. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys all next time.